Welcome to the month of June, 30 days all about gin. Shining a spotlight on craft-made Canadian. Fun facts and proper tastings, live cocktails Friday afternoons. Discover 14 different brands and be influenced by me. Some for a roll. That's right, I'm a song for a roll.
So hello everyone, you are all very welcome indeed to be joining me on this 28th day of June, my 30-day salute to gin during the month of June. Now over the course of the last 28 days, I've been showcasing and reviewing made in Canada craft distilled gins from Quebec, Ontario and British Columbia, as well as hosting 4 happy half-hour cocktail sessions, whereby I prepared easy to make at home cocktails using the gins tasted and reviewed that week. Now if you missed out on any of these video showcases, no worries, just head over to my socials, Facebook, IGTV, YouTube, simply search for Somm for All, S-O-M-M number 4 A-L-L, and you'll be able to get all caught up. And if you are indeed tuning in for the first time, well, welcome and thanks for finding me. There's an absolutely thriving craft gin distilling scene up here in the Great White North. Literally from coast to coast, our dedicated and hard-working craft distillers are producing creative, innovative, and absolutely tasty approaches to gin. And these days, they need our support more so than ever, which is why I've dedicated this year's June to supporting them and to shining a spotlight on what they can produce. We all need to drink and support local as much as possible. Now all this said, suppose making cocktails is not your thing and that you prefer to grab something pre-made. Hey, you know what? That's cool. And for those folks and for those instances where simply chill, pop, and pour makes the most sense, no worries. You can still support locally easily. The ready-to-go or ready-to-drink category is a fast-growing segment here in Canada and across the globe. Quick, convenient, and instantly refreshing cocktails in a can indeed be the perfect option for many folks on a hot, sunny day. So with this in mind, I thought I'd take a look and a little taste of some made in Canada options to help you all put a little Canadiana gin in your glass. But first, as always, if there's anyone watching who has not yet reached a legal age to purchase and consume alcohol where they live, then time to tune out. Bye-bye. So for today, I've got 6 different cans, all from my own private stock, and ranging in styles, approaches, and flavors. First up is the Half Smash from Ontario's own Georgian Bay Spirits. Now, boasting half the alcohol of regular coolers, this one clocks in at 2.5% ABV, and claiming only to be 100 calories per can, it uses Georgian Bay gin, and I reviewed them last year during June. It also has yuzu, which is an East Asia citrus, limes, and rosemary. Let's have a taste, shall we? See what we think. On the nose, I mean, you know, it's coolery in a can on the nose. There's some citrus in there. I get a little lime. On the palate, you know, it's kind of muted, to be honest. The citrus doesn't punch you in the face. These are cold. This is refreshing. It works in a cooler at a dockside, you know, waterfront. Sure, why not? Very light, not sugary. Yeah, if you're not looking for something overly boozy, I can certainly see how this would work. Okay, so number 2 is from Good Sunday. Now this is their lemon gin soda. Right, so this is founded by 2 childhood friends in Toronto, and they solely focus on ready-to-make drinks. So the 2 guys that did it, Christian and Dylan, they set out to create widely appealing drinks that let people have fun and then also let them have a good morning the next day as well. So 100 calories per can in this, 3% alcohol by volume. So more citrusy right up front, I can tell you that. Definitely getting the lemon coming through. The gin is very muted. Okay, lighter and brighter on the palate. More lemony, more tart, certainly not boozy and certainly not sugary. Again, very dry, lemony, gin and soda, can't go wrong. For number 3, we're off to British Columbia for Tempo's Mango Peach Gin Smash, right? And Tempo belongs to Goodridge and Williams Distillery. You know, they're Canadian. They like to use the word craft a lot. In my opinion, they're pushing the boundaries on small craft because they're getting a little bit big, but they're still in there. So let's go in for a little taste and smell. It's peachy and it's mangoey. There's no doubt about that. Okay, peachy, mangoey, a little bit more sweet, a little aspartame, to be quite honest. But not bad, not off-putting. The gin, though, really doesn't come through. Getting the more carbonation, definitely getting the peach. Very, very, very big peach. And the mango's a little ripe. Nice and refreshing, though. So, yeah, that works for me. Okay.
Your hand is right at the top.
Okay, it's fine. For number 4, we're back to Ontario. Toronto, actually. And we're going in for the Bee's Knees, which is distributed by Storyteller Beverage. And they use gin produced from Niagara Falls craft distillers. The gin is to be lemony with carbonated water thrown in here and some Ontario honey. So some local stuff in there, so that's nice. Yeah, you can smell the honey. It smells a little sweet. Citrus is, yeah, it's kicking around in the back, but it's very honey forward. Little floral. So it's not sweet, which is nice. But that honey, that wildflower honey comes through on the palate. Hey, if you're not going to have the time or the interest to make your own Bee's Knees cocktail, then you know what? This works. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, for number 5, we keep moving right along. For this one, we're staying right here in Ontario. This is from Collective Arts, and they're using a pink version of their artisanal gin as a base, right? And some of you may recall, I reviewed their original non-pink artisanal craft gin at the beginning of June. So this is these guys at Collective Arts. For this one, they've added soda water, raspberry, and bitter orange. So bitter orange comes through big time on the nose. Well, there's a raspberry. Again, gin's not coming through though. Not sweet, which I like. A bitter orange keeps things bright, balances the sugary, natural sugars of the raspberry. Yeah, that works as well. Nice, cool, refreshing, does the job. Okay, so for number 6, which is the last of our pre-made cocktails, we're going back to British Columbia for Nude Gin Soda. I'm sure you're all happy that I'm fully clothed while I'm doing this. So this is Nude Gin Soda, right? Botanical and berry forward, and it's their take on a gin and soda. Yeah, I get the berry in there, but it's kind of like that powdered berry stuff where it smells like Jello. You know the powdered Jello stuff we used to have as kids? That's what it smells like. Yeah, I don't really get the botanical on the nose. Maybe a little savory. Okay, see with the palate. So it's unsweetened right on the can, that's what they're saying, and there's no doubt there's no sweetness in here. Very dry. A little chalky. The berry note comes through now. Still not really getting the botanical on it, but I'm getting some floral notes. So again, you know, if you really want to stay away from sugary type drinks, and if you have a sensitivity to sweetness, then this may be a great option for you. Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, very dry. So folks, there you have it. 6 examples of how you can still support local through ready-to-go gin coolers. And you know, and these are just the ones that I've found at the LCBO here in Ontario. I encourage you all to check out the liquor stores and the actual distilleries, the small craft distilleries, near where you live to find more great options and more ways to support and drink local. There really is no excuse for not being able to support our made in Canada gins, either straight up in the big bottles that I've been reviewing, or in these ready-to-go cocktails, right? Either way, they got you covered. Until next time, everyone, be well, stay safe, and cheers from Some for All.